Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Now in this session we'll be talking about the next 5 questions, that is mechanical properties of solid JEE main pattern exercise. Already I have discussed the first 5 questions based upon JEE main pattern. Let's go ahead with the next 5 questions. The question number 6, the length of metal is L1 when the tension it is T1 and L2 when the tension is T2. The original length of the wire is, so we are given that the wire is hanging due to a load. Due to the load, if once the extension is L1 and when the load is T2, the extension is L2, that is what has been given. The length is given as L2, the length in one it is L1, in other it is L2. Now, given that original length of wire is L1 plus L2 by 2, second L1 T2 plus L2 T1 upon T1 plus T2, third L1 T2 minus L2 T1 divided by T2 minus T1, fourth under root T1 T2 L1 L2. So first of all, you can check as per dimensions which one will be the right answer. This can be the right answer, even this can be the right answer, even this can be the right answer as per the dimensional analysis I am giving you this instruction. This is dimensionally incorrect. So we need not to worry about this option number D. Some options can be eliminated in your examination due to from dimensional analysis. One thing we have, this is incorrect. Now let's go ahead with the formal solution of this question. It's given that two wires, the extension is T1 and T2. In the first case, let's say this is the wire, when the load is T1, the total length is given as L1. Now in the second wire, we have the length as L2 when the load is T2. This is what that has been given instruction in the question. Now it says that we need to find out the original length of the wire. Let us say the original length of wire is somewhere here with no load. 3 cases, 2 different loads, natural length, this is the normal and natural length at the standard at any given temperature. Now these are the rest 2 cases. Now we all know that if I talk about extension, in this, let's say the extension is delta L1 and in this the extension is delta L2. So quite obvious, we can write that delta L1 is equal to L1 minus L. Delta L1 is equal to L1 minus L and delta L2 is equal to L2 minus L. This is what we can identify from the given figure that I have provided you. Now you see here, it's given that load is different, the different lengths are given. So we can, but Young's modulus will be same in both the cases. Young's modulus will be same in both the cases. We know that Y is equal to load divided by area delta L by L. This is what we know. Load and length, that is what that has been given. So if we write Y into A by L is equal to F by delta L. This is what we can identify. Y A by L is equal to F by delta L. L is the original length. L is the original length that is given and here we have equals to F upon delta L. You see here Y A by L is equal to F by delta L. This will be equal to, you can apply that same formula for this also, for this also. So what we can do, we can write F1 divided by delta L1 is equal to F2 divided by delta L2 in both, for both the wires we can say, for both the loads that is hanging from both the wires. Let's substitute. F1 was T1, delta L1 was given as L1 minus L. Here we have T2 and delta L2 is L2 minus L. Now easily we can give L in terms of T1, T2 and L1, L2. What you do, you multiply this term, you will be having T1, L2 minus T1 into L is equal to T2, L1 minus T2 into L. Take this subject, make it as a subject here, you will be getting L to T2 minus T1 is equal to T2 L1 minus T1 L2. You can easily write this. So you will be having L as T2 L1 minus T1 L2 divided by T2 minus T1. So if we go ahead, if we see here, we are having T2 L1 minus T1 L2 in the numerator and T2 minus T1 in the denominator. T2 L1 minus L2 T1, that is T1 L2 divided by T2 minus T1. Option number C correctly matches. Rest are incorrect. This is not correct. L1 T2 plus, here plus we are having, so incorrect. This is already we have eliminated, so option number C only matches with the right answer. That is L1 T2 minus L2 T1 upon T2 minus T1. I wrote here T2 L1 minus T1 L2 upon T2 minus T1. That is what we can give here for the original length of the wire. Now before proceeding to the next question, just let me clear the board for you all. And I believe that this exercise will be helpful for you all in your practice and in your preparation. Let's go ahead with the next question of the class, and just a minute. Let's go ahead. Seventh question. The two rods of the same material, we are having two rods of same material whose radii are in the ratio 1:3 are twisted by applying equal torque on them. You apply torque, they are twisted. The ratio of twist produced in the rods. We will talk about ratio of twist produced in the rod. Now see, when torque applied is equal, we should know that the ratio of twist we need to find out with what angle it has twisted. The angle that has twisted, that is proportional to actually 1 upon r to the power 4. Note this for equal torque. This is what we will be applying here. Theta, that is the angle of twist, that is inversely proportional to r to the power 4. That is the radius of the wire. The ratio of twist I am talking about the angle of twist, that is theta here. Produced in the rods, that will be inversely proportional to r to the power 4. So we need to find out r1, theta 1 by theta 2. So theta 1 by theta 2 will be equal to r2 by r1 power 4. Given that r1 by r2 is, the radii are in the ratio 1:3. So r2 by r1 will be in the ratio 3:1. So 3 by 1 power 4, you will get this as 81:1. 3 power 4 is 81:1. So 81:1, option number A correctly matches with our answer. So A is the correct answer. 27:1 incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. So I believe that you have understood whenever you are twisting a rod, I have discussed in class also, for equal torque, we will be having the angle of twist that will be inversely proportional to r to the power 4, which we have already discussed. Let's go ahead with the next question. We have now question number 8. A spherical ball, we have a spherical ball, contracts in volume by 0.01% when subjected to a normal uniform pressure of 100 atmosphere. So 100 atmosphere is the pressure. The bulk modulus of its material in dynes per square centimeter, that is what we have to give. Bulk modulus of its material in dyne per square centimeter. Normal uniform pressure of 100 atmosphere. So first of all, let me tell you, pressure is 100 atmosphere. This can be written as 100 into 1 into 10 to power 6 dyne per square centimeter. This is the pressure that you can note down. So this will be equal to 10 to power 8 dyne per square centimeter. Now you see here, spherical ball contracts in volume by 0.01%. So volume contraction is given as 0.01%. So we can write that delta V by V is equal to 0.01%. We can write this. Delta V by V is equal to 0.01%. 0.01% when this subjected to a normal uniform pressure of 100 atmosphere, the bulk modulus of its material in dyne per square centimeter is. Bulk modulus, we know that. Bulk modulus is P upon delta V by V. P upon delta V by V, we have to only put up the values. And before that, just let me go to the other end and clear the board. So take note till here. I will start from the other end. Okay, now you see here, you note this, that pressure is 10 to power 8 dyne per square centimeter. I will rub rest of the part. Now delta V by V, I have written that as 0.01%. Delta V by V, if that is 0.01%, so that can be written as 0.01 divided by 100. This will be the value of delta V by V. This will turn out to be 10 to power minus 4. Now let's use the formula for bulk modulus. Already I have written that it is equal to P upon delta V by V. Let's put up the value. We are having 10 to power 8 dyne per square centimeter. Remember, this is a unit that we have used. And let us put the value for delta V by V, that is 10 to power minus 4. We are going to obtain this as 10 to power 12 dyne per square centimeter. This is the value of bulk modulus. So bulk modulus of this spherical part, you can see that spherical ball, the material comes out to be 10 to power 12. So we are marking 1 into 10 to power 12, that is the right answer. Rest are incorrect. 10 to power 10 12 incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. Only option that's matching, that's 1 into 10 to power 12. Already given, we have to evaluate in terms of dynes per square centimeter. Let's go ahead with the next question of the class. Now I believe that you have understood how to use all the formula for Young's modulus and bulk modulus. Now let's go with the next question. 9th, the upper end of a wire 1 meter long and 2 millimeter radius is clamped. The lower end is twisted through an angle of 45 degree. We have lower end is twisted. The angle of the shear is A 0.09 degree, B 0.9 degree, C 9 degree, D 90 degree. First of all, we need to understand what the question is saying us. It says that upper end of wire 1 meter long and 2 millimeter radius is clamped. So if I show you the cross section of the wire, this will be somewhat like this. We'll be having, if I show you the circular cross section like a cylinder, it will be somewhat like this. There will be a central part, axis. Now see, this is the wire. Now it is said that it is twisted. When you are twisting it, you are twisting it by an angle of, the lower end is twisted through an angle of 45 degree. The lower end is twisted. So if I show you the twist with some clarity, try to observe, try to understand. When we have twisted, this is given as 45 degree. Now you try to understand, if you join the upper end with the both parts of the lower end, one here and one here, you have to understand that when you are twisting, this is the angle of twist, that is 45 degree. This will be the angle of shear, let's call it as alpha. So alpha is angle of shear that we need to evaluate. The angle of shear is what we need to evaluate. Let's say this point is O, this point is, let's say, A, this point is B, this point is B dash. Let's say this point is O, this A, this B, this B dash. If I talk about this length BB dash, can you identify BB dash can be written as radius into this angle, R into this radius into angle, that is given in degree, but we can write that in terms of radius. If let's say I am expressing angle in terms of radians, this is actually also I will express using theta. So we can write BB dash is equal to, if the radius is R, if the radius we have used as R, okay, so we can write this as R into theta. First thing, you can easily write. Now same thing you observe, if the length is L, now radius is quite not much, it's only 1 millimeter, it's only 2 millimeter, and the length is 1 meter. From this figure, understand, again BB dash will turn out to be, when you have actually taken this, you have actually rotated, BB dash will be again equal to, this will be acting as the radius, R into alpha, sorry, length into alpha, this will be the thing. Alpha we need to evaluate. This is the length of the wire. I hope that you have understood with the diagram all these parts. So we can write that L into alpha is equal to R into theta. Now alpha will be equal to R theta by L. Radius is 2 millimeter. Theta is given as 45 degree. Length is given as 1 meter, that can be written as 1000 millimeter. 45 into 90, 90 by 1000, 40 by 2, sorry, it's 45 into 90, 90 by 1000, you will be getting 0.09 degree. That is, the angle of shear will come out to be 0.09 degree. Let's check with the right answer. A is 0.09 degree. Yes, that's the right answer. B incorrect. C incorrect. D incorrect. So with this, you will have understood in the case of wire, how can you evaluate the angle of shear. And let's go ahead. If you know the concepts, you can easily use all the things in questions. This was a very good question based upon shear. Let's go with the next question. Question number 10. A rectangular bar 2 centimeter in breadth and 1 centimeter depth and 100 centimeter in length. We have a rectangular bar 100 centimeter in length, 2 centimeter in breadth and 1 centimeter in depth and 100 centimeter in length is supported at its end and a load of 2 kg is applied at its middle. 2 kg load is applied at its middle. If Young's modulus of the material of the bar is 20 into 10 to the power 11 dyne per square centimeter, the depression in the bar is A 0.2450 centimeter, B 0.3675 centimeter, C 0.1225 centimeter, D 0.9800 centimeter. First of all, let me tell you what is the scenario that is happening. The wire is clamped in this way. This is the thing. The wire is clamped as shown. Now you will be getting the idea. I hope that you have got the idea. A load is made to hang. You have made a load to hang from here. So what will happen when you have made a load to hang from here? Its weight is given as 2 kg. So let me say its mass is 2 kg that has been provided to us. Now the depression, it will come down. This part, this will come down. We need to find out what is this depression. If this is x, what is this depression that we need to evaluate. So let me give you the formula. I have also discussed this formula in class. That will be equal to WL cube upon 4y d cube, BD cube. This is what I have discussed while talking about the strength of material in the class. If you have watched each of the classes regularly, you would have got this. I have discussed this formula in your strength of material part. WL cube upon 4y BD cube. W is the weight that has been hanged, L is the length, 4 the numeral, Y is Young's modulus, B is the breadth and D is the depth. Now you see here, put up the values. Load is 2 kg, everything put in SI units. Load is 2 kg, mass is 2, convert into grams, so 1000 multiplied with action due to gravity 980. To convert into grams we have used, then we have used acceleration as 980 centimeter per square second. L cube, that is 100 centimeter whole cube. 4, now Young's modulus you see here, Young's modulus is given as 20 to 10 to the power 11. Again this is an in CGS system, 20 to 10 to the power 11. Put here 20 into 10 to the power 11. Then you have breadth. Breadth is given as a rectangular bar 2 centimeter in breadth and 1 centimeter depth. So breadth is 2 centimeter and 1 centimeter in depth. Once again, let's quickly verify. Breadth is 2 centimeter and 1 centimeter depth, 100 centimeter length. This is all we have used. We have put up all the values. So can you simply calculate this? On calculating this, you will observe that the value will come out to 0.1225. Since we are using CGS system, so unit will be centimeter, 0.1225 centimeter. Let's check with the given answer. 0.245 incorrect, 0.3675 incorrect, 0.1225 centimeter. This is the correct answer. Rest are incorrect. So I believe that in this case you have understood how to find out the depression. I have talked about the girders that we use in our buildings. The top portion you can see on your roofs of your building, on the ceiling of your building. You see the iron girders. That is what actually is used. This actually is a beam. It is actually working as a beam, and this, if load is present, how much it will come down. I have talked about its depression in the class also. So after all these questions, I believe that you would have understood what kind of questions appear in your JEE main examination based upon Young's modulus, bulk modulus, angle of shear, and shear modulus also. Do practice more questions from your book, and let me tell you, JEE main examination will give you very simple conceptual questions on mechanical properties of solids. We'll be discussing more questions based upon this topic, and rest of the chapters will be taken care of in coming sessions. Till the time, thank you everyone for joining me and wish you all the very best.